Definition of upper bound, lower bound. Let capital S be a non-empty subset of R. Let capital S be a non-empty subset of R. First definition. If a real number capital M, if a real number capital M satisfies S is less than or equal to capital M for all S belongs to the set capital S, then capital M is called an upper bound for S, upper bound for S, and the set S is said to be an bounded above. Now, for all the elements of a set capital S, if there is a real number capital M such that all the elements of a set is less than or equal to that real number, then this real number capital M is said to be an upper bound, and the set is said to be a bounded above. Suppose a set containing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there any real number such that all the elements of a set is either less than or equal to that real number? So I can take the real number as 6. All the elements of a set is less than 6. Therefore, 6 is an upper bound. Now, what about 5.1? All the elements is also less than 5.1. Instead of 5.1, I can also take 5 as a real number. All the elements are less than or equal to 5. But I can't take 4.5. The reason behind I can't take 4.5, in a set, I am going to get one element, that is 5, which is not less than or equal to 4.5. If all the elements of a set is either less than or equal to that real number, then that real number is said to be an upper bound for that set. If there exists at least one upper bound, then I will say that the set S is bounded above. Now the second definition. If a real number small m satisfies small m is less than or equal to small s for all s belongs to the set capital S, then small m is called an lower bound for S, and the set S is said to be bounded below. The set is said to be bounded below. If there exists a real number small m such that all the elements of a set is greater than or equal to m, small m, then this small m is said to be a lower bound. If there exists at least one lower bound, then the set S is said to be bounded below or bounded from below. Means if there exists small m such that all the elements of a set, no, I am saying all the elements of a set is greater than or equal to small m, then small m is said to be a lower bound, and if there exists a lower bound, then I can say that it is a bounded below. Let us take an example. A set 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Is it bounded above and bounded below? If it is bounded above, then what are the upper bounds? Now, take any real number such that all the elements should be less than or equal to that real number. I can take capital M is equal to 5, then all the elements are less than or equal to 5. I can take capital M is equal to 5. 1 is less than 5, 2 is less than 5, 3 is less than 5, 4 is less than 5, 5 is equal to 5. Therefore, 5 is an upper bound. Not only 5, I can take any number greater than 5. If I take any number greater than 5, these all elements are less than or equal to that number. Therefore, all those numbers are upper bound. But I can't take capital M is equal to, suppose I can't take 4.9. The reason why, if I take a 4.9, I got an element in a set which is not less than 4.9. This one and this one less than 4.9, but 5 is not less than 4.9. Therefore, this is not an upper bound. Not only 4.9, I can't take 4.99999 so on 9, because 5 is greater than this one. In a set, I am going to get at least one element which is greater than this one. Therefore, this is not an upper bound. But if I take 5 or any number greater than or equal to 5 is an upper bound. Therefore, if there is an upper bound, then the set is said to be bounded above. Similarly, small m, we can take any real number such that all the elements should be greater than or equal to this m. I can take 1, 0, 0.9, minus 1, any real number, so that all these numbers should be greater than. I can take 1. Not only 1, I can take 0, even I can take 0.9, even I can take minus 2, so on. These all are the lower bounds. If I take any number, all these elements of a set is greater than or equal to this. Therefore, these all are the lower bound. If there exists at least one real number such that which satisfies this condition, then we can say that the set is bounded below. Therefore, then 1 is less than or equal to yes is less than or equal to 5 for all yes belongs to the set capital S. Therefore, capital S is bounded below and bounded above. Bounded below and bounded above. Definition: the set S is said to be bounded the set S is said to be bounded if it is both bounded below and bounded above. Any set, if it is both bounded below as well as bounded above, then that set is said to be a bounded. When we say it is bounded below, if there exists a lower bound. When we say it is an bounded above, if there exists an upper bound, that is the set S is bounded if there are real numbers small m and capital M such that small m is less than or equal to S is less than or equal to capital M for all S belongs to the set S. Means all the elements of a set S lies between two real numbers only. No element is less than this M, no element is greater than capital M. All the elements of a set lies between two real numbers. Then the set S is said to be bounded below as well as bounded above. That is, the set is said to be bounded. A set S is said to be bounded. This one is said to be a lower bound and this one is said to be an upper bound. That is, all the elements lies between these two. Means the set S is contained in small m, close interval small m comma capital M. All the elements of S lies between small m and capital M. Small m and capital M. Let us discuss an example. Let us take set of all natural numbers. The set of all natural numbers is 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. Now, clearly the given set, what we have took as an example, is bounded below. There exists a real number such that all the elements are greater than or equal to. I can say 0, even I can say 1, all the elements are greater than or equal to 1. Therefore, it is bounded below. But it is not an bounded above. If I say 1 million, a real number I am going to take, I am going to say that one is an upper bound. After that also I am going to get a natural number in this set. Therefore, it is not an bounded above. If I take as large as possible largest real number, after that again I am going to get a natural number in this set. Therefore, there does not exist any upper bound. Therefore, it is not bounded above. Therefore, here I can say bounded below, but not bounded above. If it is both bounded below and bounded above, then the set is said to be bounded. It is bounded below but not bounded above. Therefore, unbounded. Let us take another example. Let us take -1, -2, -3, -4, so on. Now this set -1, -2, it is not bounded below because all the numbers are decreasing. -1 is greater than -2, -2 is greater than so on. If I take as small as possible a real number, there exists a natural number which is smaller than that real number. Therefore, it is an not bounded below, but it is an bounded above. I can say, if I take a real number -1, all the elements of a set is less than or equal to that real number. Therefore, it is not bounded below, but bounded above. It is not bounded below but bounded above. Therefore, unbounded. Let us take another example. if I take open interval 1 comma 2, what is the minimum of open interval? 1, 2. All the elements between 1 and 2, but not 1 and 2. We can take any real number before 1 till 1 such that all the elements of this set is greater than or equal to that real number. So I can take 1 as a lower bound. Not only 1, I can take smaller than 1 also, that one as a lower bound. As well as I can take upper bound as 2 or greater than 2. 2 or greater than 2. But I can't take this one as an upper bound because there exists infinite number of real numbers in this set which is greater than this one. Therefore, it is not an upper bound. So, there exists a lower bound and capital upper bound here. Therefore, it is bounded below and bounded above. Therefore, the set is bounded. The set is bounded. From the definition of minimum of a set, maximum of a set, bounded above and bounded below, minimum of a set is always an lower bound of a set. The definition of minimum of a set says that the smallest element of a set is said to be a minimum. When I am saying it is the smallest element, means all the elements are either greater than that smallest element and equal to, but no element is smaller than that one. Therefore, that smallest element, that is minimum of a set, behaves like a lower bound. Therefore, it is a bounded below. Now, similarly, when it comes for upper bound, maximum of a set, definition says that maximum of a set is nothing but largest element of a set. Largest element means all the elements of a set is either less than or equal to. Therefore, that largest element, that is nothing but maximum of a set, is the upper bound of a set. So, this one we have learned from examples as well as from the definition. So, let us write a note. First one, the maximum of a set is always an upper bound for a set. Second one, the minimum of a set is always an lower bound for a set. Always, the minimum of a set is always a lower bound of a set, and the maximum of a set is always upper bound of a set, because all the elements are less than or equal to the maximum element, therefore it is an upper bound. All the elements are greater than or equal to minimum element, therefore it is an lower